Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Amisid and today we have a boss loot face-off video, I should say. So I'd like to thank Raccoon for providing the invitations for today's video. On the right, we have the Searing Exarch, and on the left, we are looking at the Eater of Worlds. Now, sample size is not gigantic, but I think it should be pretty interesting to see what we're working with here. Total cost, it was actually just about the same for the invites, give or take, about 95 chaos on average, about 13.7x on the left and 13.7x on the right, give or take. A little bit of variation here. Now, obviously, we're trying to make overall profit, right? So we want to make just about 27.5x or whatever it is to have overall profit. But I'm kind of curious to see which of these is more profitable on the boss side as opposed to just looking at the overall. So we'll be curious to see whether the Searing Exarch actually does more in terms of loot versus the Eater of Worlds. I have a feeling it's going to be the Searing Exarch just because the jewels are worth more. Obviously, we spec'd into all the passives and all that, so we'll be good to go there. But I think it'll be interesting to see how this turns out. So we'll split them up and then we'll do the loot. So anyway, without further ado, let's start the bossing. Alright, everyone, we are back. Now let's take a look at results here. I'm guessing if you were watching through some of the kills, you had a pretty good idea of which one we got better results from, but we'll walk through it anyway, just to make it even, make it fair, right? So, looking at the Eater of Worlds, he dropped 11 bows, 9 boots, 3 ashes. Nothing exceptional in terms of ashes, no exceptional rolls, so we'll just give it the minimum, the 30C. We dropped 7 Conquerors maps, 6 just kind of assorted currency, which ended up being about 190 chaos, give or take. The exceptional Eldritch currency pieces are actually worth just about 50C on average between the two of them. So those are a little more expensive, honestly, than I was expecting, so pretty good. Melding of Flesh, pretty good, 40C. Forbidden Flesh is obviously, this is where all the juice was. Now, we'll walk through them, but we had 4 Forbidden Fleshes, which I think is pretty good, right? It feels pretty good. We have the Occultist, which was the worst one at 50C, but all the other ones were worth just about 12 to 14x, give or take. 168 chaos per x at the time of recording. So these were pretty solid, so we'll just flash those real quick. Perfect, here we are. So we got Conviction of Power is Templar. We got Occultist Scion, which is the cheap one. Ambush and Assassinate is Shadow. And then the Witch is Vile Bastion. So pretty cool there. Those were very solid results. Total, all in all, 42.4x. Now, if we're saying it's about 13.7x, give or take, to get all the invitations, that's a very nice profit, almost a 3x profit. So we'll take that all day long. Now we go to the Searing Exarch. Searing Exarch, we dropped 5 shields, 12 staffs. One of them was what was a perfect roll on the minimum, or the elemental resistance reduction. So that's 90C for that. We got 5 Omnis. They're each 1x, but one of them was perfectly rolled, and that's about 2x, give or take, 1.8 to 2x, somewhere in there. We got 7 conch maps again, so that was a pretty even rate. We did take those points as well to get extra conch maps from Eldritch bosses. We got 8 sort of assorted currency. We got 7 of the Eldritch currencies, which was nice. I think we got it duped twice, so that's 480 chaos there. Dissolution is kind of the counterpart to Melding, and that was only 4C though. And then we only hit 1 Forbidden Flame, which was Nature's Reprisal at 3x. There we are. Not the best one. I predicted us doing better with Forbidden Flame, but I think that was really contingent on us hitting more, or excuse me, on Exarch. That was contingent on us hitting more Forbidden Flames, right? And we hit significantly less. So I think if we had hit more of these, we might have done, like, if we had an even number, I think we would have won with Searing Exarch. But alas, we did not. So a total investment was break even, essentially, is what it seemed like. We basically got 13.7x back on 13.7x investment, give or take. Now, I will say that this was quite efficient to run. It only took me about 1 minute, maybe, per boss. So, you know, you run 24, it's like half an hour, you make 13.7x. In this scenario, you run the jewels. If you do well, you get, you know, triple, 42x in basically 30 minutes of work, essentially. That's pretty good. 30x profit, or it was, a little bit less, 25x profit. That's pretty nice. So, all in all, it's not Searing Exarch, Eater of Worlds. God Gamer, OP boss. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of different little, like a boss face-off loot video as opposed to sort of the usual stuff. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.